Hi, this is Otep Shamaya, and this is my Grand Inquisition. I'm here to answer your questions. So, you have been at this for some time. What is the biggest thing you've learned about yourself? About myself? Wow, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I've learned about myself. Maybe that I guess I've learned... I've learned that I'm at my best when I'm faced with a challenge, and that I enjoy being the singer they love to hate, because I think I'm doing something right if I'm provoking such reactions from audiences or from other bands or from critics and so forth. I'm not here as part of a popularity contest, which is interesting because part of the job of being an entertainer is that you want people to like what you do, but I want them to like what I do not because I'm being a fraud, but I want them to like what I do because it's authentic, and that because that's the kind of art that I like. I like art that's authentic, that I can see whether I agree or disagree with the artist, that I know something about them, their opinions, their ideas, their emotions through the piece. And so I guess that's what I've learned. And perhaps to quote Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood, that I have a competition in me and that I want no one else to win. And I think I've learned that about myself. But I would think I've always known that part about me. What do you think of the Riot Girls movement back in the 90s? I think it was fantastic. I think that it helped celebrate a different aspect of female performance, and this question reminds me of a picture I just saw in this book called Cobain Unseen, and it's a picture of Kurt and his daughter Frances when she's a baby, and he had written Riot Girls on her belly, and I guess a marker because he was writing music for a play about it. And it was really neat to celebrate that type of to see him celebrating the movement, since he has been so important to music all this time. Is there anyone you would like to collaborate with? Indeed, Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails, Chino from the Deftones. Actually, the Deftones themselves, I'd like to collaborate with them on anything. And Henry Rollins. I would love to do maybe a spoken word or tour with him. That would be fantastic. Trent Reznor, I think, is probably is one of the most, I don't want to say forgotten, but when you talk about musical genius and you talk about influences on music, most people don't mention Trent. Visually, musically, from the messages, from live performance, everything, Trent Reznor has brought such an incredible amount of power and art and intrigue and provocation that he deserves much more credit, I think, than he's due, than he gets. I'm sorry. As far as Henry Rollins, I think he's a strong-willed, very strong-minded singer who's also a poet, and I find that quite intriguing. And I think that I've never heard of anybody doing a poetry tour of that nature, and I think that'd be cool. We could get Serge from System of a Down to come in too. And the Deftones, I'm just a huge fan. I mean, Chino as a singer showed me all the things that you're not supposed to do as a singer, kind of an outlaw. I brought in all these different styles that I still use today, from a little bit of hip hop to the emo scream, to the hard stuff, to the very soft, melodic, beautiful things. All the different facets of what an emotional artist should be, I learned from listening to the Deftones. Okay. Can you talk about teaming up with Rain and other organizations? Yes, RAIN is an amazing organization that allows for anyone who has been sexually assaulted to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and speak to someone who is qualified to deal with these types of issues. What's great about that is that, so many times people feel victimized and they feel like that there is no one to turn to, and that and perhaps it's their fault, and so they just hide it and they keep it inside for lifetimes sometimes. But you don't have to do that anymore, because RAIN is there, and you can reach them at online at rainn.org. Well, thanks for sending the questions. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all of them, but I really enjoyed the intellectual stimulation. So thank you for taking time to send them in, and stay in touch. Okay.